So we are actually starting to amass a nice little collection of trophies here on our Lintukoto Reserve trophy lodge, but as you can see, there are a lot of empty spots on the wall still, so plenty of hunting to go, and we've got our eyes on a number of animals that hopefully can fill some of those spots. And of course, these guys here are the primary 5-star I really want to get for our lodge. The only one we have, of course, is the mission one, and there's 1-star matures everywhere in this herd, so I'm kind of looking at it like this one. I can't tell if it's because he's in the shadows, but he maybe looks a little bit darker, a little bit older, so we'll try to get him with the 7mm PRC, just starting to turn broadside for us. Thought maybe he was going to turn too far, but that will work. First harvest hunt's going to be a mountain reindeer, and by the way, Mouflon is actually what I'm looking for right now. There's a herd that we've been watching really closely that produced a couple of 4-stars that unfortunately died of old age, but I know that herd eventually, if we keep on managing it, is going to produce a 5-star. So, for whatever reason, they're not in their often used zone, and I think we just found it. I think their rarely used zone is at this lake, so I do want to go and get that, and we'll eventually check on those later, but good to know we're seemingly at least in the right area. So, as for our first reindeer, looks like we got this guy pretty solidly. Maybe a little bit of damage to the heart there, but double-lunged him. 38%, I think we made the right call. And slowly but surely, we can work on those genetics and hopefully see a 5-star of them pop up too. So incidentally, we found what looks like a really small group of Mouflon, but with a 2-star adult. This area down here generally, like in the southeast, seems to be pretty good for them. So I've always wanted a 5-star Mouflon. We weren't able to get one on Transylvania. So hopefully this map's going to produce. There's a 1-star young. And then over on this side somewhere was a group of mountain reindeer. So I think this might have been the herd we shot that 70-something 2-star mature, meaning I don't want to kill that one, but I'd like to kill something out of there if it can help. There we go, there's a 1-star mature. And by the way, like, there's some good stuff in here. There might be 2 different 1-star matures. Really not sure which of the 2 to take. They're pretty similar in size, so let's just go for one of them, because clearly we've got them alert. Oh boy. This is one of them. It does look pretty weak. I think we got him. That was not exactly the ideal situation, but a couple of solid looking 2-star matures. Got an uneven young there, but I'll leave him for now, because taking out anything in here maybe isn't the best move. We really want to focus on getting the weak genetic males. What I was getting at with the kind of promising looking 2-star matures, this might be the herd to really focus in on. At least at the early stages here till we find some better ones, because clearly there's something a little bit better here than pretty much everywhere else we've been. And also, we marked where the blood was. That guy went literally nowhere. Still not a bad looking one for a 1-star, but hopefully he's just the weakest out of the bunch. Got him straight through the heart. Not bad since we were shooting through brush. He's 64%, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. The herds of caribou over on Aurora Shores, this was the kind of stuff that we would routinely take out, like low 60s, high 50s, and eventually we started getting 5-stars from that spot. So I think that's a good thing. Based on the size of the other ones, I feel like that's one of the weakest ones in there, and we'll just keep on scooting around down in this area, because right now, we're finding the kind of stuff that we're actually looking for. That looks pretty darn good there. There's a 4-star mature, and this is actually another herd. That's a 2-star adult that does appear uneven. Gotta see what else is in here. That guy looks awesome. They don't live super long, so probably one more cycle we can at least find out what his fate is. 2-star mature, probably that's what we want to take. Just want to make sure anything else in here isn't that great. So let's go 30-06, and let's make sure we come back here and check that spot. This was the original herd of Mouflon. I think, not the last video, but 2 videos ago, we found either 3 or 4-star matures in here, and of course those died of old age too. And this is what I'm talking about, like this area is insane for Mouflon, and the more of these we kill, 2-star matures, 1-star matures, weak genetic adults or anything like that, the better our odds of that 5-star showing up. And maybe he was standing right there in front of us just a year before he gets there. So this is going to be hopefully like 60%, something like that. Got him through both lungs with that 30-06 Springfield. 59%, perfect. That's what we want to see. And I think, what is it, 1 p.m.? About time to start to pass an age cycle. What I want to do today, kind of what we've done in recent videos, is just sort of pass some time as we go along. So every half hour, something like that, we'll just rest back to around 11 a.m. because that's the drink time of the species we're after, and that'll allow us to hopefully see things age and still cover a lot of ground and scout for stuff. Well, there's a fairly obvious call fallow, and I'm not sure for them, but I think this is primary habitat for them too, so let's just get this guy first, because primary habitat or not, once our mature's got to go down, are they all charging us, or do they happen to run that way? Because it's kind of strange they're running right at us. Just gonna see if they turn this way. I think that's just their pathing. Okay, so we'll go down and get this guy. But we are currently in highland forests and grasslands. I'm pretty confident that's primary. I checked on the way down, and it is indeed. So hopefully this will really help. Got right through that artery. I don't know, doubling with the 30-06 may have dropped him anyway, but that certainly made sure of it. 53% for him. And again, that's kind of a good thing when the weakest ones are over 50 anyway. So, just gonna keep on moving around in this area for now. At some point I do want to go and check, like, over where we got that 5-star lynx. There's some pretty good brown bear genetics in that area too, but for now we're finding all the stuff that I was kind of hoping to see. And you know, I never really cared about it much, but since we killed that 5-star Euro rabbit last time, even though we have the exact wrong weapons, I shot right over that. I want to maybe get that 1-star mature. Problem is, are they all turn around? I think so. Now they're going slow enough, but I don't know who's who. There's a 2-star adult. That's what we like to see in there. Another 2-star adult. And this is kind of why I'd like to get the darn 1-star mature, but where in the world did he go? They're so fast, and there's no distinguishing. So you just gotta spot it, basically. Okay, there he is. Gotta try to keep eyes on it. There's a 2-star adult over there. And I really don't want to shoot that one. It should be that. Probably a little bit risky, but I think we're going to try to go for it. I completely lost it again. Probably better not ruin things. I think it's that one. Oh, it would have been too. Okay, so it's the second one coming out of there, which should be this. I sure hope we got it right, because I don't know. And you'll figure, you know, the first time we missed turned into chaos, rabbits running everywhere. Got that one, and they're all just slowly hopping along. Really hope this was the 1-star mature, but frankly, I got so lost, I don't even know. Just through the back, that was a 37% 1-star mature, so worth all the precaution we took. And I think we already went to that lake, so we're going to try to aim kind of more down that way. Well, we accidentally found maybe some of the weakest genetic reindeer we've seen thus far. Like, this guy's super old, super gray. I kind of think we're going to take that one, even though the one on the right maybe looks a little bit smaller. Because this guy's got to be at the very end, and he's not very big. So, went with the 30-06 that time. Did just as well as the 7mm PRC. And I feel like, you know, this happens so often when, especially when we're trying to get a particular 5-star, like we are with these reindeer. There's a lot of shooting 1-star matures. It's maybe not like the most interesting thing, but it makes such a massive difference, and it doesn't take that long, you know, several times coming back here, removing these weak genetics, and all of a sudden there's way better stuff to go after. So right above the heart again, that guy was 48%, not super weak, but definitely super gray. So hopefully that makes a bit of a difference here for us. So just kind of moving along here, I thought we'd check in on our herd where we got our first 5-star roe deer on this map, and unfortunately, looking like just 2 2-star matures, so probably missed out on whatever that 2-star adult was. I kind of forgot to come back here. 3 2-star matures. Okay. One of these definitely needs taken out, and it's really tough at this point, but we talked about it before. It really is about trying to take the weakest genetic male, so determining that, they all look to be the same age. It probably just comes down to antlers. That guy's definitely bigger. It's one of these two. He's walking out. To me, it's the one in the back. So let's get him. Maybe if we can get our breath held properly. That's what we like to see. And hopefully that's going to help a little bit here. It's kind of a shame we had a 2-star adult here that probably would have gotten to at least 3 or 4-star, I would imagine. And then now this is the best we've got. And, you know, stop paying attention to an area for a while and this kind of can happen. But let's see. Hopefully the right call. He looks smaller than those other two to me. I actually missed the neck by a mile. I was trying to go through the neck, but Got lung, we got some expansion damage on the heart. 51%, I'd say that was the right move, and now I hadn't noticed it. That left side was super weak, so good deal. Hopefully we can keep on getting 5-star road deer. I really do like those for like the smaller wall plaques, so a bunch of them in that main room, I'd be all for it. Now that's encouraging. Got a 3-star mature Eurasian moose. I kind of just, oh, there's a boar we might try to take. 1-star adult, why not? I kind of just buzzed over here with the UTV, because just out of nowhere, I remembered we had a 2-star adult. So good to see he's a 3-star mature. Hopefully he keeps on going up. And oh, the moose going through there actually spooked the boar. I didn't even think of trying to make that shot quick. But anyway, point being, that guy has some decent potential. He should just kind of barely be into the mature state, so should have a number of years left, but this is an area we have to come back to for sure. Well, that is a shame. This guy being a 2-star mature confirms that one of these 1-star youngs, which are apparently now alert, would be the respawn from our 4-star, so he didn't quite make it. I was really hopeful for that one, but I had a feeling maybe we'd have to wait a little bit longer, manage a little bit more, but I really feel like this herd's going to be the one. We have another 3-star mature in there. That has some potential. There wasn't a 2-star mature, so he must have gone from 2-star adult to 3-star mature. That's actually encouraging. But you can definitely get 3-star adult Mouflon, so I don't know where that goes. But anyway, for now, another Mouflon down. A little bit high on that shot, but we got the artery in the left lung. He is 68% as a 2-star mature. And he's a 1st-year mature like the other one that went to 3-star. I really don't know what to expect for that. Hopefully good things, but it's hard. You know, that's the 4-star mature Mouflon that's died of old age. It's hard to get our hopes up too much with those. Man, I so hope this is the one. A 3-star adult Mouflon. I can tell you from personal experience over on Transylvania, 3-star adult does not mean guaranteed 5-star for these, but it's about as good as times we've seen. He looks great, and obviously next age cycle, he's going to end up being a mature. If we see him go, I think it's always a 3-star mature. Hopefully there's a like visible growth difference though, and we'll see where we end up from there. But that 1-star adult, definitely uneven, and this spot has good genetics generally. Literally since that last 4-star died, I have done nothing but manage Mouflon genetics for like the last 2 days. So I'm really hoping something comes of this. And in the meantime, we can make a little bit of progress here. 57% next to that 3-star adult should make a pretty big difference for us. So whether or not that 3-star adult makes it, future ones around here should be looking good. Now in the meantime, I do think we found a future 5-star. That is a 3-star mature. Like, this is a 2-star mature, so I'd call him barely a 3, but the fact that he's so young, like still dark neck, red body as opposed to this gray body, that's really encouraging. I would like to take out this 2-star though, much like what we've been doing all day today, and a headshot just to make sure we get him. I think it's important when there's high genetic animals in a herd to really try to take out the weaker ones. Got some, ooh, hello there. Don't know if that was a 5, but that's pretty big. Can we get any kind of spawning? 4-star. All right, we're gonna be coming back here for sure. But you've probably noticed, this video has kind of shifted from going along, managing everything we can, to pretty much just trying to seek out some kind of trophy over the course of, as I mentioned, the last couple of days with our managing of Mouflon genetics. And frankly, it's out of pure stubbornness because those Mouflon that I had such high hopes for, mentioned them in the intro of the video, all ended up dying. We're getting something today. I don't care what it is. We're getting something. I mean, I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's our 3-star adult Mouflon. And I think he's 10 years old. God, they just look incredible. Just be a 5-star. They're such a cool looking, you know, sheep species as a whole. The horns just get enormous, but I think he's gonna fall short. He looks just like that last one. And I think that means he's probably just a little bit shy yet again. The red deer, on the other hand, does look pretty good. The 4-star roe deer also died. So we might be down to I mean, maybe hoping we're not wrong about the red deer, but he's the one kind of glimmer of hope we have at this point. I would say that pretty much confirms it. So we've rested a day, and he was actually in that rarely used zone where we spotted him before. So him being back here pretty much tells me that was the one, and we're not exactly going to have the outcome that we want. In the meantime, though, our mountain reindeer herd's looking good. Got a 3-star mature. He's certainly not going to make 5-star, but just seeing a 3-star is a pretty big improvement. And I think this guy here should be a 2-star mature. I want to say that's actually going to be good to take out. Question is, though, is he going to hang around long enough to allow for that to happen? Might have to shoot him twice, but that should work. And based on the fact that we've got that 3-star and the fact that this guy remained the 2-star and got so gray, I do think that's a solid move for the future. Just such cool looking animals, though. That's why I want to put in all this time. That first shot, I mean, I figured we had to lead him some, but not by that much. Second shot, pretty good, through the front of both lungs. Anyway, 51%, good deal. That's actually one of the weakest ones we've gotten out of this herd. Really glad we made that call, and frankly just did it because we were coming back here to confirm with that Mouflon. So I think, I mean, we'll pass another age cycle, we'll check on it, but I think we're basically down to the red deer. This might actually be really bad news. Our red deer is a 4-star mature, and I really thought this age cycle he'd be hitting 5. If he doesn't make it, I'll be so surprised. But maybe I've miscounted? I kind of thought this was it for him. I know I was right about the Mouflon, he's long gone. If this red deer falls shy, after looking so incredibly impressive, I will just be stunned. But I do want to get that 1-star. There's enough in the way. Even if we got a pass through, we wouldn't hit the 4-star at least. And I don't know, I guess we just gotta hope that he ends up having one more year in him. I know for sure he was 3-star mature, I thought 2 cycles, and then 4-star 2 cycles. If that's the case, he's 12 and he's dead. I don't know. We've been at this so long, managing everything so long, I've lost track. And admittedly, I probably could, like, write it down or something to keep a closer, eye on what age cycle we're on for stuff, but kind of find it more fun to just wing it and see what happens. But 58%, another low genetic male taken out of there. Going back to the last video, or maybe even the video before that, we had, I think, a 4-star mature red deer in here that eventually did die himself. So it's clear that we're improving, because this 4-star looks awesome, but I guess we're going to see if he makes it or not. Man, thank goodness. Something worked out. A 5-star red deer. And I've been thinking this over because, don't worry, I've had plenty of time watching everything else die today. I actually think that's going to be great for our lodge. We have all those empty spaces on the wall that we looked at. Red deer do about as good as anything on this map at filling especially those larger plaques. So we're going to move in. We haven't yet shot a 5-star with the 7mm PRC, I don't think. So this should be our opportunity. Just need to clear this little rise in front of us. I mean, he actually looks pretty good. Hopefully that's going to be a high scoring one. I really thought when I saw him as a 3-star mature he would be. But I want to say red deer are one of the species that can get to 5-star a cycle early. And in which case I wouldn't think this guy's absolutely massive, but getting out of his bed there, if he stays broadside and takes like a step or two for us out of that brush, we should be good to go. He's one of the best looking 5-star red deer we've seen, and I just don't want to hit the brush, so maybe we can just sidestep it. He's actually starting to move out of there. I think actually there is going to be our best opportunity. Finally, we can see the pink blood after all the effort, the countless 4-stars that died today. We're going to have ourselves a 5-star for the trophy lodge. Just going to have to wait for him to expire, and it looks like it won't be far away. He's stumbling. He's going to get maybe like 200 yards, and we can finally head back with something in tow. Well, it's led to maybe one of the coolest Way the Hunter trophy shots we've ever gotten. Just where this guy died, and it is like inches from not being as good with this grass here. it's this perfect little area. You can actually hear that stream running behind us. Pretty darn cool. And maybe for once, we'll actually have like a trophy shot as the thumbnail. I really like how that looks. You'll notice I brought River too, by the way, for maybe a little bit less of an angry expression. And it's worked out for that photo. Got this guy 120 yards left lung. And I'm really curious what we actually have for this. 92%, he's lower than I thought. Okay, that makes perfect sense. 472, so he makes it by, fitting after everything that's happened today, 12. Go figure. So we're going to tax that guy, we're going to go and put him on our wall, and we are going to wrap up one of the most and least productive hunts simultaneously with a 5-star red deer hanging in here. I would say, like, you know, had we not just stubbornly committed to this and started managing Mouflon like crazy and passing a fair number of age cycles, it could have been a long time, you know, till we got anything good. Like, the amount of hopeful animals that ended up dying of old age was quite unfortunate, but I'd say fairly par for the course with a somewhat fresh map. I like that though. We've got the 2 mission reindeer over here on the right, got a 5-star red deer right there above the fireplace, 5-star boar on the side. Of course, we have our lynx and melanistic roe deer mount back there. Need a couple of 5-star reindeer maybe either side of them. Man, that would look good. That'll be the goal for down the road. We saw that 3-star today. And by the way, I don't know if I've talked about this. I have this mount set up. A Mouflon goes here. I thought it was going to happen today. One of those I was so sure would make it. It did not. But the more we manage, the more of those weak ones we take out when there's good ones in there, the better our odds of eventually that happening and we finally get a 5-star for the lodge. Well, maybe next week. We shall see. Not going to hold out too much hope. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.